So, how is whatever is going on out there in the world related to what might be going on with you, as well as the energetic frequencies? I will look at that in your weekly transformational forecast for the week of May 30th, 2022. So, when I made last week's video, I was talking about, us kind of going into this aspect of our own inner being to do a lot of healing, because this is the collective phase we're in right now. And then, of course, we had just another mass shooting that took out some very young, innocent lives. And there's that shock of that, right? There's that shock that unfortunately in the United States becomes sort of an everyday sort of like, oh, that's just the way the world is right now, and it sucks, and then there'll be anger and rage, and then it just sort of recycles back into kind of almost like normal. But I want to speak really clearly to this transformation we are going through, not just in collectively, but individually, because they are absolutely related. As a non-astrologer, but who does kind of know a little bit about astrology, I do know that we came into this planet, onto this incarnation, with an intention and a soul purpose. And a lot of times that soul purpose is somehow delineated, let's say, in our choice of our astrological path, let's say. We do have free will, and yet we have a lot of influences that sort of move us through our soul contract or our agreement. In essence, we are here to really shift and transform what it is our reality has been into what we really want to see for this earth space. The reason I'm speaking kind of in this weird, let's say, spiritual woo-woo kind of way, which is who I am, but specifically is that, sure, lots of people have come and gone onto this planet, and each of them makes an impact, and each of them changes the scope or the direction of where we are heading as a whole. But at this particular time in our incarnation, many highly awake beings from other realms, from other even dimensions and, planetary systems, let's say, are coming in with this super high vibration, this super close connection to source, to love consciousness, to the remembrance of who we are as these grander beings, to bring that frequency and energy here on the planet. And in so doing, it's not like, we come in and raise a little wand and go, oop, now the planet is all healed. No, we do it through the human experience, through incarnating as humans and going through the same mud and muck that every human has been through, right? In some way, shape, or form. So our personal stuff, the things that we hit up against, are here for us, not necessarily as lessons, but as opportunities for transformation, not just for ourselves, but for the whole. So the external, when we see these things happening in the world that we just kind of go, wait a minute, this world is so upside down. Who set this up? We can go into this place of blame. Oh, it's the media. Oh, it's the Republicans. Oh, it's the Illuminati. Oh, it's, whatever. Or we could really come back to this place of remembering there is only one. And we are that one. And what is within is without, right? So it's not to say that I have caused X, Y, or Z, but by fighting up against, by pushing up against, by, banging my head against a system that is not as in alignment as I want it to be, it's almost like I get caught up in that system. I get caught up in the frustration, the anger, the rage, the fear. Whereas if I recognize what's in me that needs to be healed, so that I am not contributing to that same kind of rage, so that I am not contributing to misperceptions of reality, right? If the reality is that there is only love, and we are love in action, incarnated, then the question is how do we come into that place of healing whatever misconceptions are out there or within about this fundamental truth, so that we can transform it and act accordingly. So it's not that we can go out and fix everything, and maybe, we can take actual actions. There's nothing wrong with taking actions, but the questions are we doing this with this vision of love, remembering love, and impacting the world with love? And are we clearing out patterns within us that want to reject that love, that want to reject the oneness, that want to point to some kind of enemy outside of ourselves? So things to think about. I hold space for all that we are going through. This week, it's pretty intense again, but I invite you to go inward with that intensity, to ask, what is here for me to love through and through? And we'll see you next week.